MSS back from the dead. Sunday Soak, powered by Goose Island. We're drinking the patio sippers. I got the whiskey sour.
I got the blackberry smash.
Blackberry smash.
Getting blackberry smashed, baby.
We're really doing it today. The Sunday Soak, as you guys know, is an all-question show, but we always start with the humble brag. Treasy, you got a humble brag for us?
Yeah, so this morning, I'm on the Twitters, and Region Rat started to engage me on the particulars of AJ Pollock's contract.
Yeah.
So I roped in Josh Nelson and then muted the conversation.
Way to hand it off and let that go away completely. Great job there. So how you doing today, MSS? So we missed you yesterday.
Yeah, I'm at like 75%.
That's pretty good for you.
Yeah. I drank an entirely amount too much booze yesterday, or Friday night, and
you didn't know what day it is.
No,
the whiskey got it.
I had a whole day off, and
he loves Cascade. That's what it comes down to. He loves Cascade.
If I'm not there and it's a bobblehead game, you know there's something very wrong.
Yep.
Okay, I'm definitely not okay. And you also know that I have been drinking whiskey for now over a year, and I still do not understand how much I can drink and how much I can't. So I have, I'm gonna learn someday. But I was violently hungover, violently hurt, and last time I threw up yesterday was at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. puke.
That's a late puke.
We appreciate all the thoughts and prayers for MSS.
And my doctor friend just showed up to make sure that I don't die in the hot tub.
Dr. Feelgood is here just to administer you for today. He's a little worried about you as well, just like the fan base is.
We don't get paid in the 108, but we do have medical supervision when we're hungover.
That's right. It's helpful. It's sweep season, boy.
It is.
The White Sox today can go get themselves a sweep of the Tigers. And just for the record, they are 2-0 since I rebet the division win future. So let's fucking go White Sox. All right, let's get into the questions. We have a shitload of them. Sorry I couldn't get everybody on the board today. But the first question is from J Money High Tech. And High Tech asks, seriously, make the case that the White Sox should not trade Andrew Vaughn this offseason. So his assumption is that they've got to trade Andrew Vaughn. Make the case not to trade Andrew Vaun. Treasy, you go first.
I think my main reason for not trading Andrew Vaughn is that I don't think you can, and I specifically don't think that this front office can realize the actual value of Vaughn in a trade. So, I don't think they'd get enough for Andrew Vaughn in a trade to make it worth the Sox.
Okay. MSS, what do you think about this?
I say he is the next in line to become the RBI machine that is Jose Abreu.
Okay.
So you cannot trade away the guy that is producing and going to produce, and hoping that a Robert or a Eloy come around and start hitting the RBIs as much as he does. So you cannot replace somebody that is guaranteed to score runs.
Yeah, it's a big run producer. I got another angle here for you boys. I think in this marketplace, the first base DH only guy that isn't a monster power hitter just doesn't have the value out there to retrade and kind of reformat. He's more valuable on your team than he is putting back out there in a trade. I don't think you'll get kind of what you think you might get for him. I think he's more valuable to you than he is out in the marketplace. So that is my thought there.
And we can't keep anybody healthy either. So other than in Jose Abreu, no one else stays healthy. Right. So even if you're going to say, Yaz can go in and play first and do this, he's probably not going to be healthy for at least 30 to 40% of the year.
Right.
So you need an Andrew Vaughn to come in there and play that first base. And depending on what happens with Abreu, he's going to be very valuable, I feel like.
All right, next question is from Slapnick Madrigal. And Slapnick says, real simple. Is Rick Hahn a good GM? Is TLR a good manager? MSS, you go first.
Rick Hahn is a good person. I don't know if he's a good GM. I think he's made a lot of mistakes. I think he's been very unlucky in some of his signings. I don't understand the infatuation with bullpen and arm spending, but that's one thing that I don't get, and I don't understand not paying attention to glaring problems that even non-baseball people understand are on the White Sox. Is TLR a good manager? I think he's probably as good as anybody else that you could probably put in there. I don't think that he is like cost this team as many games as people want to give him credit for. I just remember last year everyone saying this team is winning in spite of him. Anyone could do this with this manager. This team could do anything. It doesn't matter with the manager. But now this year it's like the manager sucks. That's why these guys suck. But it just seems very unfair. He's going to always get the blame if it's bad, and will never get credit when it's good. So it's like if that's going to be the case, then whatever. But Rick Hahn is probably not a good GM.
Trezo.
So I'll start with TLR because TLR is the shorter one. I think that the game's just kind of passed TLR by, and so a lot of the things that all the managers used to do with gut feel or with eye test, he's the only one doing it now. Like there's very few left that are treating their team like that, and so everyone's got to step up, and so that's a problem, but he's not to blame for all of this. Like last night, you could question why didn't you put Adam Engel into bat for Gavin Sheets, who can't hit left-handers at all, right? But did that materially matter in the game? Probably not that much. So I would say he's getting passed by a little bit in this game, but it's not like he's dead. He's close, but it's and then.
You're talking about the actuarial tables, not like you think he's going to die tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay.
This game's lucid, once in a while.
Occasionally.
The Rick Hahn part, I would say that Rick Hahn is good at some things, and then he's not good at other things. And the things that he's not good at, like signing free agents to fill in the last pieces,
yes,
or constructing a bullpen cheaply, or typically getting the most out of players in the minors. Like, those are the things that you have to do at the end of the rebuild. The finishing pieces.
Right.
He's not good at those things. And it makes me think, like if you think about the Cubs or what we tried to do here with the Sox, is you had the manager, which was Renteria, for the start of the rebuild because he's good at those things.
Yep.
And then building the culture, getting the most out of these young guys, coaching them up. And then you bring in the finishing piece, right?
Yep.
That's what the Sox needed in terms of GM. They needed a finisher to come in and be the GM. I almost wonder if they should have given the keys over to Kenny a little bit more, because Kenny was always just trying to win it all.
Yeah,
right?
String, folks.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think they needed someone to come in and do some of those finishing moves for Rick Hahn. He hasn't been that great at it. In either time he had a chance of doing it. Like 2016 is a good example too, of like you had a good team and you needed to put the extra pieces in place and you didn't, and you had to tear it down.
Right, exactly. I mean, for me, we're trying to do show. I mean, for me, TLR is toast. He's cooked. He's just a step behind on a lot of these things. But what's funny, though, that you mentioned MSS is like, we look at some of these moves, and you mentioned the Gavin Sheets move, right? That's an obvious no-brainer. You pinch hit the right-handed hitter, the guy you're going to bring in anyway to play defense, right? He fucked that up, okay? On the margins is where he loses a lot of this stuff. But what's interesting is most modern managers wouldn't have kept Lucas Giolito in for 7 innings last night, right? And you got maximum value there by doing that. So there are some things that he does where you're like, oh, that's antiquated. But they sometimes work correctly, especially with the length he's going to keep the starters in. So
bringing Johnny Cueto in to pitch a whole game.
Yeah, exactly. So
out of relief.
I'll put him at a grade level. I'll put him at like a D+. Like, he is bad, but there's a few redeeming qualities in there mixed in.
You got to give him a C-.
No, I do not have to. I'll give him whatever I want. And Hahn, you know what? You're talking about Hahn, Treasy. You know what's the worst thing about Hahn? I've been realizing this more and more lately. He has not hired young, talented people in his front office under him that everyone wants to come in and poach. Who the fuck has come in and poached any talent from their front office, anywhere in the development tracks, anywhere at all?
No.
They need to be poaching.
Nobody comes and gets it. he's not been good at hiring in those people under him. So we could give him shit for the moves he makes or whatever. Some of these things in an advanced market like that are coin flips. So you're going to lose some of them, right? You're going to look bad on some of these things. But the worst part is that he's not hiring anyone that anyone else thinks is worth the shit. Because no one comes and gets these guys. Right. You know, like so that's kind of my problem with Han. So I give Han maybe a C-. He does do some stuff really well, but he has some of these problems. The next question is from White Sox Sal.
Hey, fuck you, Sal.
And White Sox Sal asks, since MSS couldn't stop talking about the Woodstock 99 documentary in the 108 podcast, what's one documentary that hasn't been made that you guys would like to see made? MSS, will go first.
I mean, if we're going to stick with the Woodstock 99 music festival scene, I would like to see documentaries about the first Wild Blueses and how that all went down. I think that would be fun. But another documentary that I would like, and no one else would be interested in this except for people that went to NIU. I want a documentary done on what happened between the years that NIU football sucked and could not win a game to they became a fucking powerhouse in the back. I wanted to know what changed in that era because with Joe Novak and coming in as a coach, and then what changed. Because something happened where they all of a sudden became a powerhouse.
Suitcases of
and they were horrible. Well, possibly. See, maybe they don't want to talk about it. Maybe that's why it's not done.
This is
actually that's one thing that I would like to see.
See, that's
a good call.
That kind of leads into what the documentary that I want to see is.
What is?
I don't know that this exists. Maybe it does, but I don't recall anyone ever stepping across this line and telling the truth. I want to get some of these guys that used to be coaches in college sports to do a documentary about all the fucking rules they broke, all the money they paid, who took money. I wanted all the dirt to be out.
Well, Bruce Pearl would be right there for you.
It's getting closer, right? Because the athletes can now make money off their likenesses, right? So we're getting closer to the point where it's just going to be they're just going to pay college athletes at the top levels, right? So then it's going to be a free-for-all after. But it's going to be like the JFK shit. Not until everyone's dead are we going to be able to find out. Even afterwards, we might not be able to find out. You know?
I bet Bruce Pearl will do it when he gets fired from Auburn after his new cheating allegations. It'll be the third place he's been cheating at and he's been fired from, so maybe he can do a documentary.
I love it.
Hopefully. I hope we get interviewed about it.
Godspeed.
For me, I think I'd like to see a documentary about the original 670 score lineup. I would love to see them do a deep dive on how they kind of built the first sports radio station in Chicago. There's been little bits of it. They do the reunion shows or whatever. But I'm talking some in-depth shit. And get in there with North and McNeil and Boers and all these guys and find out about those days. That would be kind of cool.
I think that'd be great.
Edited by Chris Tanner.
Yeah, sound and everything. All right, is that good enough, Sal? Fuck you. The next question. Robert, not Robert, is a questioner. It says, will the additions of Colas and most likely a homegrown second baseman be enough to make the White Sox a World Series contender or even division favorite in 2023? Treasy, what do you think?
I don't think so.
No.
And the reason is you're going to lose pitching in the offseason, right? So you got to do something there. Cueto's going to be gone.
Yeah,
he's been basically your best player on the pitching staff. Cease. Right? No. I said other than Cease. Because we know Cease will be here.
Yeah.
Right? And so Cueto's going to be gone. That's basically your number 2 this year. So you need to do something there. You will need to do stuff in the bullpen too, because there's still not a guy coming. There's not a guy coming up from the minors to be in that bullpen. Now you do have Graveman and Kelly and guys like that for more than 1 year, but there's not. You don't have your full bullpen.
Now, Tracy, what do you think about Jimmy Lambert switching him back to being a starting pitcher? There was a little chatter last night at Court and Carey. We were out there with a bunch of people having a good time talking about the White Sox. Some discussion about with Johnny Cueto rolling off. Do you put Lambeau back in there? He's been so good in the bullpen. Here's the thing, Beef.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I got no problem
Yeah.
with Jimmy Lambert getting a shot at.
Yeah.
I got no problem with you going out and get some other guys that are low risk, low money.
Yeah, and let Davis Martin too have a shot at.
Davis Martin.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting on any one guy.
Mm-hmm.
I want 6 guys coming into camp competing for those spots.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to do that, but I think that's how they should.
That's what you'd like them to do, right?
Yeah.
C minus GM Rick.
But yeah, I'm not there with just those 2 because the thing is, we're watching Lenyn Sosa, and he might be the second.
Oh,
rimming good.
He might be the second baseman next year, and he might be, a Rugnet Odor style guy where he's hits 200 and hits 15 bombs.
Right.
Which is nice, but that doesn't go
that fixed
that's
everything.
The finishing piece.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so
perfect.
Yeah, so that's I'm not quite there with just those additions.
Nice talk, Summer. How about you?
Absolutely not. We still need a fucking bat in right field, which would be nice.
That would be Colas. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought second base.
He said
Okay.
with the additions of Cole
but does he have a
most,
bat?
and most likely
So he's hitting.
He's hitting in the minors,
He's
but like,
smashing Double-A right now, but we don't know if that's going to translate.
does
We don't
that
know if
translate?
we don't know if it's
if
going to
that's
happen.
gonna translate,
Yeah, who knows?
right? I mean, you would also think that Luis Robert would be hitting the shit out of the ball again this year, which he kind of does sometimes, but then he gets hurt. And then he can't hit the shit out of the ball. So you don't know. Like, his production is not there what we thought it was going to be. I would have thought that Luis Robert would have better production than Andrew Vaughn. Like, to me, that would be, he would have more home runs. He would be all that. He is not there yet. Okay? The growth of these players is not where we thought it would be. Okay? And you can blame that on all sorts of different things, whatever. But I don't believe that we raise talent in our farm system enough to get us into this. And now to also say, oh, are we going to be in a World Series contender? The fuck no. Absolutely not. Are we a World Series contender now? No.
According to Sam Panayotovich, we are.
We are not. No, there's no way.
Rebut the
no.
pennant.
Now, they could definitely get hot, and they could probably win, as long as you're playing teams the caliber of the Detroit Tigers in the playoffs, which we will not be. So, like, that's kind of hard. Like, you're like, last week, everyone's like so down on the Sox, so they're getting beat, whatever. This week, oh my God, we can win the division. No, we're playing a shitty team.
Sweep season, baby. Sweep season.
Team. And that's what's going to happen. There's no doubt that this team can win the division. I do not think that they're anywhere close to being a World Series contender with said lineup. No.
Yeah, I agree with these guys. All right, next question is from Shankster. Oh, long time guy. Shankster said, I wore my Lisa's Brick House shirt last night under the Bo Jackson jersey. I don't know if anyone noticed that. Anyway,
SHS.
Is it infuriating to you when you see the Braves call him a top prospect for Double-A because it'll help them? Well, the White Sox just sit on them. Who's to blame for this? So he's referencing Colas as well. Like, the Braves just called up a player from who played a little bit in Double-A. They said, top prospect, come on up, help our roster right now. The White Sox, in theory, could do the same thing with Oscar Colas, 23 years old. Yeah. He's hitting shit out of the ball in Double-A. He's 1,100 OPS in Double-A. And Birmingham's a tough part to hit in. We have a need for a left-handed bat. You could plug him in right field tomorrow. Is it infuriating to you that they don't do that?
It is. I was talking about yesterday getting rid of AJ Pollock. Of course, he hits a home run after I say it.
Of course.
But that's the thing. Like, AJ, we got too many guys in the outfield that are not good outfielders and have like 600 OPS or below, Lurie.
Legend shot.
Wow.
Leave my legend alone. 2 for 2 he started out last night.
He did. That OPS might be up above that now. I don't know.
And his swing didn't look as bad. Like, he didn't fall over after swinging.
I don't know who said it last night, but someone said maybe him being hurt is actually helping his swing.
Yeah, he has a bum wheel. That's helping him out.
He looked better.
A little bit. Yeah.
But who's to blame for this?
Yeah.
I mean, the actual person to blame for this is more whoever's drafting and then Chris Getz, because Oscar Colas is the only guy that I've seen in a while where I'm like, this guy's in Double-A. They should bring him up.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me the last guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Luis Robert?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like.
Yeah, it was, 4 years ago.
Yeah, and they paid $80 million for him.
That's right.
And it went into the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. MSS. How about you? Infuriated or what?
No, and first off, don't blame Jerry for anything. Jerry's checked out. Like, he's not paying attention to this. No one's going. Yeah, but no one's going to Jerry.
Everybody. What do you mean?
No one is going to Jerry and asking him.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad that he doesn't pay attention to the team anymore.
Don't worry about it.
You cannot blame Jeff Bezos for any Amazon shit. He knows nothing about it.
Listen, don't be stupid. Rick, I don't know if I'd bring him either. I don't know if I'd bring Rick more so than Kenny. Kenny's kind of checked out too. I feel like, unless he gets a one-off signing here and there. But I don't think he's really getting that. But no, I would like to see them bring people up, especially how much they've been struggling. Why not? We said it in the podcast on Thursday. They need to start throwing shit against the wall and see what sticks. And they have not done that.
I hope that bee gets by the camera so it looks like Mothra there.
Is that the bee you saved out of this top?
No, the bee was not right.
Oh, that's racist. I'm not infuriated, but I would like Oscar Colas to come up here because I think we could use something.
Is it Jerry's fault, though?
Use a spark. I mean, in totality of all things, White Sox stuff, yes, they're all Jerry's fault because he's the owner. He's pushing all the buttons. Is he like telling them not to bring this guy? Probably not. I would have guessed he's not. So if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, good. All right, next question is from Barry Bag of Donuts. You're too weak today. You ain't got shit. Sit your hungover ass back there, right? Treasy's playing hurt, legitimately playing hurt here. He's being a veteran move here.
I feel fine.
You know what? You needed an off day.
You would not have seen me in the tub yesterday. I would have been puking my brains out.
Yeah,
I would not have come back.
Definitely the case. Barry Bag of Donuts asks, a lot of people are going to renew their season tickets next year because they love baseball and they love the Sox. What are the Sox actually doing to give people a reason to renew their tickets by Sox summer? What do you think?
Oh, man. I mean, listen.
Put them on the hot seat right on the way.
We've already, like, I was thinking about this yesterday. They have, it's something we've talked about before.
Yeah.
A season ticket to us is a loss. You know, you write it off as a loss. There's no value to your season tickets, especially right now. When people want to give shit away, we were getting 300 level seats, given to us in our DMs, and we're giving them away to the people. No one is making money on the White Sox ticket. Okay? There is no way in hell you are getting playoff tickets this year in 2023. Well, maybe. But, like, beyond the first round, you're really not. There's no value in that either. Signing up right now, going to this. Now, is there a reason to do it? Only because we like baseball. And that's basically what he said. That's the reason that we come back. I was the fringe guys that just bought in because they thought it was going to be good and maybe a little bit of an investment for them. They are definitely going to drop out. And the Sox, and if it doesn't happen next year, probably the year next, they're going to go back to what they were doing before. They're going to be actively pursuing season ticket holders. Because this team is not going to sell tickets when you have Gavin Sheets playing right field. It's not going to happen. Like, if there's nothing sexy about it, you lose Lucas Giolito, potentially lose Cease. You're looking at some really rough shit. You're going to get back into the grind. So if they don't put the money up, I don't think people are going to buy season tickets.
Teresa, what do you think?
What are they doing to get people to renew?
Yeah.
They're auto-charging their credit card. Simple as that. I would
fancy move, right?
It's technology, kids. That's how we do it.
That's right. That's what we should do with the 108 t-shirts. Just auto-charge your card for the next one. Here you go. You got this next t-shirt.
Well,
$30.
We're trying to do that.
Seems like a good idea. I don't know.
What about you?
Nothing. I don't think they're giving us anything. They don't give us a goddamn thing. They don't think about the season ticket holders. Even like the little stuff, like giving us a dedicated entrance would be like the easiest thing in the world to do, right? And it would be such a show us. I think they think if they throw 3 beers at us for a happy hour, like that's them giving us some shit.
They have mixed drinks too.
But what I'm saying is that's nice and everything. I don't dislike that, but you could really give some perk stuff. Like you mentioned having your name on the seats.
That'd be so awesome,
they do that for
right?
the full season ticket holders. They put their names on the seats.
Yeah.
The value for us is being able to, that's my seat all year, all the time. Like that's where I go. This is like my neighborhood. That's where my personal value is in it, right? I don't go to every single game, right? Maybe I make 65 out of the 81 games or something like that. But the value is like, there's my seat. I'm right there. And that's what seat I like to have, So, but they could do more for us, and it could be little shit. It doesn't have to be something that they have to spend a lot of money on. Just do some small stuff that helps the season ticket holders feel like they're getting a lot of value from the seats. That's it, but they don't do it.
They're not doing that right now. They will get back to that, though. I feel like they will get back to it.
We shall see. The next question is from Singer Sox. Singer Sox says, favorite adult films, BWC, but he says we cannot pick J-Mac.
Oh, man.
I like that it took my Sox summer 90 minutes during the podcast to figure out what BWC was. It was 90 minutes.
Mine is my Sox summer.
The Violet Myers thing,
Well, I mean, we've seen other pictures of them too now surfacing with Alexis, Texas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I never met Violet Myers.
Congrats on the
Not yet.
If I had met her, maybe that's going to happen. I'm going to double down on that and see what happens.
Everything's going to happen. Well, he stuck up for you. He had a theory of which things could happen with you and Violet Myers. So I'll let him tell you when you say.
I think you did something.
Okay.
If I have to choose, it's Hank Kingsley.
Yes.
I hear he's got a hog. I watched his birthday tape.
I would. There's a lot of people. Well, here you pick yours first, because then I'll go through.
I'll go with. I mean, I should go with my guy from the gift, Kieran Lee, because he insured his penis for $1 million. And look at he's the type of guy who he really. You know what? You wish you loved your job as much as Kieran Lee loves his job. But I'm not going to go with him, okay? I'm going to go with Danny D, because Danny D is as skinny as this, and he weighs like 28 pounds, but it's 27 pounds of cock. That's my guy right there. So skinny, but I don't know how he got enough blood left for his brain to function when he gets a hard on that guy.
All right, top 5. Peter North. We're gonna go
Super
Peter
Soaker.
North.
Super
Oh,
Soaker.
got to.
Top
Super
5.
Rope. Super Rope.
Yeah.
John Holmes. I like
John
John
Holmes,
Holmes.
yeah.
Even age-ridden John Holmes. He was good.
Some say when he got the AIDS, he was even better.
Nick Manning. Big guy. He's the dropping loads guy. When he comes. That's awesome. He's awesome. Shit.
I like that he has all their dialogue.
I've never heard of this guy.
There's a guy that used to do Bang Bros back in the day that had like the goofy hair, just huge cock, goofy hair, but he was just Bang Bros. And like I always thought this guy is the luckiest guy in the world because he seemed like such a dum dum, but like he was just doing everybody. Like he was great, it was awesome.
Yeah, one skill, but he was.
And then I'm gonna go with the last guy. Oh fuck, I can't remember his name either. He's an older dude. Had some interesting facial hair. He was about 5'5". God damn it, can't remember his fucking full name. But I'll find
Thank you for the description.
But he was always like,
I know all the heights.
Hang on.
He's a creepy dad. And,
How veiny was his cock? That's all I need to know. If you can lay that out there,
They look like Iggy Pop's forearm.
Potentially. No, he was always the dad in all the films.
Okay.
And I remember seeing him. Evan Stone would probably be in there too.
I was gonna say, you I say
I know
Evan
Evan
Stone.
Stone.
He shouted you out.
He did. Thank you, Senior Socks. But yeah, this guy, he's always a creepy dad. He was always banging the hot chick. And I saw him at Exotica LA like several times. While I'm waiting in line to meet these girls, he comes up and is like, propositioning them to come perform in one of his films. And I was like, this guy's just fucking awesome. He's in an Affliction shirt with his bedazzled jeans. Remind me of Wally Bunny, but a lot less fat. So I can't remember his name.
This is the most time MSS has spent on any question.
This
I gotta
is a podcast.
I gotta show up.
I like that he went top 5 instead of just go one. He's like, let's trade all fields. Could not remember the names of half of them, but he can remember exactly what they're doing.
And their height. He's the baseball card.
He likes that the guys are short, but they have a 2-foot dick. He loves that phenomenon.
Nick Manning's a good pull, man. I don't think a lot of people are going to remember Nick Manning.
I don't even know that name.
Dropping low.
I don't remember that either, but I'm interested.
Look him up.
Incredible. Thank you, Senior Socks, for that one. Next question is from Baloney. He's got a fuck, marry, kill for us. Fuck, marry, kill. Cliff Livingston, Lurie Garcia, Tom Watt. I'm going to go to Tree Z first.
I marry Tom Watt. He's got the best job.
He does have a good job.
Lurie Garcia. Lurie Garcia looks like a dynamite bottom.
Oh, there's no question.
And then Cliff Livingston. I'm sorry, buddy, but the championships were nice, but no one gives a shit that you're on those teams.
That's very hateful. MSS, you're up next.
Definitely fucking Cliff Livingston. He could just yell, "What time is it?" And then you're like, probably gonna kill Tom Waddle. Not just because he's got a great job, but just because I don't give a fuck. And then I'm definitely marrying Lurie Garcia. He is definitely a good, he's a tenured guy. He is the longest tenured White Sox on the team. I mean, he earned it. He's married. He's a legend.
I mean, I agree with MSS. I'm killing Tom Waddle. Why the fuck does Tom Waddle get so much play? You ever look up Tom Waddle's stats when he's with the Bears? He fucking sucked. He wasn't any good. I don't know why we think he's good.
No, he was always bad. But what he was
white.
That era. That era of guys that were willing to go over the middle and get obliterated before the rules changed. Yeah. And so the fact that he could still speak the English language is fucking impressive. Yeah. Like, if you think it's impressive that the two of us can drink all weekend and then show up to this, it's equally impressive that Tom Waddle can.
Are you throwing shade at me?
No, I was just correcting my statement.
He's just talking up Tom Waddle.
About you? Or
you know what? Trees
about Tom Waddle.
I hear you, but he's dead. He's dead to me.
All right, that's fine.
We're marrying Cliff Livingston. I am so upset. He's a 90s bull. It's like getting to marry one of the fucking Beatles, and you're like, oh, who cares about these
It's like getting to marry Ringo. It's getting married. You're marrying Ringo. So.
I'm marrying Pete Best. I'm marrying Pete Best, but so what? All right, it was in there. He was part of the thing. It's in there for something. He's a bit player.
I married Clarence before I married Cliff Livingston. All right.
And you were right about Lurie. He's got a juicy double, so we weren't going to fuck Lurie.
Let's get Clarence all in the band and steal all his great ideas.
He's got a ticket to ride, and the bitch don't care.
Pull my hand, man.
All right, next up is Dr. Ducky. Dr. Ducky says, the 108 holds a music festival. Who are the 3 headliners?
Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, I think let's think about this.
Okay.
All 3 of us have to be in on. Local H is definitely one.
They're one of them, yeah.
And then who else are we both? Like all three of us, or both of us, just me and you.
No, just to be you.
All three of us. Like who are we? If we're sitting out there listening to some music before the game, who are we listening to? And they have to still be around too.
Yeah.
So like
Soundgarden's out.
Like are the Ghetto Boys still around? Can we get them?
Oh, no, that would be good. I thought we were gonna go Chicago centric, but if we're just going anywhere, Ghetto Boys would be fucking awesome. I think they're still alive. Yeah, they're alive.
No, is Bushwick Bill alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
Are you sure?
I don't know about that.
Pretty sure. Dr. Feelgood's gonna look up Bushwick Bill for us. I think he's alive. He got shot in the eye. That's okay. I think he's still alive.
Well, that's true.
So it's true. I think he's Gucci. Ghetto Boys would be a great fun, right?
Yeah.
Get Willie D back.
Because hey, look,
Scarface.
We're doing this on a 108 budget. We can't be getting like Wu-Tang Clan.
We're definitely blowing our whole load.
2019.
Yeah. I feel like he just died.
Okay, at least
he was the first guy with COVID.
I was gonna say the initial COVID.
Whoa!
Bushwick Bill.
That was a wasp.
That was a bird back there.
Fuck wasp.
No, we're not getting Wasp to play.
No, we can afford them, but they're not. They're out. They're not.
So we got local age. I think we need a hip hop group. Let's stay Chicago centric. Crucial Conflict.
Yes.
Smoking on hay. Oh man,
of all the great hip hop acts, we can't.
Okay.
It's got a little out of our budget. We could go Kanye.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a little out of our budget.
A little out of our budget,
possibly. I would go Common before I go Kanye.
Okay.
What about? Oh, how about this? How about Lupe Fiasco?
Now, Lupe would be tight. That would be.
I would take Lupe.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we got two.
Okay.
We could get opener. DJ Justin De La Pena. Like he'd be good. That's what
we do need a DJ first.
But the thing is, we just need headliners, right? We're just talking the three headliners. We're not talking the whole bill. We should write up the whole bill.
Okay. I also like just saying his name.
Okay.
DJ Justin De La Pena.
I mean, do we recognize? We kind of go a little older and recognize and get like Buddy Guy as the headliner.
No. Ooh, that'd be good.
Because I assume when it say three headliners, you do it 3 different days. That'd be my assumption. Yeah. Right? That's the thought process right there.
And then we could fill in similar genre the whole day.
That day.
Sunday, Buddy Guy close. You have a whole blues Sunday.
Yeah, you have blues and rock.
Smoking Popes play the local H day. They ain't no headline.
Yeah, well they can play with local H, and we can get off with their heads.
Oh, off with their heads.
Off with their heads. They're in, but they're not a headline. They're not a headline.
Okay, well, we're good with this. Right. We're going to talk about this for months.
And Goose and I will sponsor it probably because then we can sell a bunch of beer there. Because they know our people.
Because they like music.
Yep.
They like selling beer. Not White Sox. Next question is from Matt. Our guy Matt asks.
I love the explanation.
If you could steal one classified document, what would it be? I put this in there. I don't even know what are classified documents really, but
they're documents you can't see.
They've been redacted.
Yeah.
So here's a theory that I heard.
Another one of those in there that's cold.
Yeah.
This is not cold. Fuck this shit.
That thing is always a good idea that doesn't.
Until you have to use it.
So here's a theory that I heard on Ancient Aliens that I want to be true, and if there's a document supporting it, I want to see it, and that is that big feet exist, and they're aliens.
Oh shit!
Not big feet, big foots.
Is it Bigfoots?
I don't know. I don't know how to pluralize it. Because when you say big feet, I'm thinking your brother, big feet over here. And like
Sasquatches.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Yetis, right?
Yetis.
Yeah. Well, Yetis are coolers.
But also, they're the,
But yeah, so if there's a document supporting that, I want to read that.
I'm on the same plane as you. I want to know where the aliens are and where they hit them and what happened with the aliens.
They're here, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, not the lizard faces like White Sox Dave. I'm talking like, legit aliens that crashed in Area 51, where they.
Yeah, White Sox Dave is here in the tub with us, and we're making fun of him.
You got to give him a shout. But yeah, no, I want to see the classified documents about the aliens. I'm really surprised that Trump didn't have those. I thought he would have taken those because he seems like a guy that would sell those Weekly World News and make some money. That guy's cool.
That's where he really failed. That's where Trump failed.
I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad if he would have got the alien stuff and released it.
It'd be funny though, he picked the most worthless,
But it would be great. It would still be great.
It's just funny at that point. You're like, you're really gonna bust my balls over the alien shit from Area 51, and they're like, nah, just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great approach, guys. I mean, I think there's nothing more interesting than that sort of train right there. And there's a lot of people who think that a lot of the technologies we have now are not, us made. They're alien made, and we just kind of like borrowing from them, stealing from them, basically.
I could talk about this for hours.
And anytime,
that's off-season podcast. We'll get down a rabbit hole on some of these.
You get into some serious unclassified shit. You learn stuff you don't want to know about, like Patrick Tone. Like I didn't want to know about.
Yeah,
that.
Or
like that's you're gonna get bad shit, and you're like, oh, I don't want to know.
We want fun stuff.
You want to find out that the moon is actually hollow and it's a spaceship.
Yeah.
The moon's made of spare ribs. That's what it really is. A lot of people didn't know that. And would you eat it? The answer is yes, it was. You know,
absolutely.
All right, next question is from Madeline McCartney, who we met. MSS and I met. So sometimes when you see the Twitter name that has a name that has 17 letters behind it, you always think they're bots and they're fake.
Like that too.
But Madeline's not. She came down to the sections. Very nice. We talked to her for a little bit.
Even.
She looks exactly like a picture. So there's no phony baloney shit going on there. Her question is this: have you ever been ghosted? And how did you handle it? I actually told her in the ballpark when I was in college, the same chick ghosted me 3 fucking times. And Teresa, you tried to guess who it was. You did not have the right answer.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It was a different lady, and I don't know why I fell for it so many times. We got along as friends. She would want to go out the night we were supposed to go out. Give her a call, no answer, nothing. She just fucking blew me off three different times. I mean, obviously, eventually I caught on, but I'm an idiot for the 3rd time, right? I mean, the 2nd time, maybe give a second chance. 3rd time is a little out of line, no?
See, I feel like they didn't even call it getting ghosted back
then.
In the dating days. No. And I just remember that shit would happen to me all the fucking time. And like, I just thought that's how things end. So I would just be like, I ain't heard from her in like a week. All right, what's up? Hey, Ram, we going out?
I'm single again. Let's go.
I got a great story about it.
Go for it, baby.
I was a very single man when I was in California. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to live out west.
Okay.
That's when I was in California.
BWC days.
Yeah.
And so I would give the girls two texts, or 2 unreturned phone calls, and then I was never talking to them again. Right?
Okay.
I would never reach out.
Good policy.
Right. So I was supposed to go to this concert with this chick, and I was like, hey, you want to go? I got you tickets, blah, blah, blah. And then like literally didn't hear back from her 2 times. And I was like, I'm not going to go back ask her. I'll just sell the fucking thing over again. Now, 3 weeks ago, this isn't like 2006, 2007.
Okay.
3 weeks ago, I get a text from a number out there, and it was like, hey, I found the jacket you're looking for at such and such. Give me a call back. And I'm like, I don't know who this is, but blah, blah, blah. We start talking. It's the girl that ghosted me fucking in 2006. She used to work at the same bar as me. Okay. She goes, oh my God, how are you doing? And like, so we caught up with each other. She's like, oh, I just talked to one of your, like one of the common friends that we had a few years ago. It's been 8 years that she had talked to that friend, but it was like she thought it was just a few years. She's doing hair in Long Beach. I was like, this is awesome. Like good to see, that people that like we worked with at bars that I was like, there's probably no way that this poor girl does anything really great with her life, but she's doing really good. So I'm gonna. She's a personal assistant for all these people.
First, MSS gives up on the White Sox, then he gives up on the 108. Now he's giving up on his family, moving back to Long.
What's funny about that, though? What's funny about him getting the text?
She's cool. He's very erratic.
He hasn't talked to someone in 15 years, and he gets a text on his phone from that person. And what's
she
funny,
still has my number.
Well, I was gonna say what's funny about that part is that MSS. If you don't have MSS's phone number, his area code is unrecognized. His area code is from Area 51. I've never seen the area code ever, except for
it's 480.
You dialed the 001 before.
I might be the only person in the world that has kept their original phone number from they got their first cell phone.
No, I did too.
And like the longest I've ever, the least amount of time I've lived anywhere in my life, that is my area code.
So, absolutely.
That's how I still have it. I got my cell phone when you could still pick the number. So that's why I have a great N number.
Man, I want a 312 so bad.
All right. The next question is from Lil Yumper. Lil Yumper says, go-to motherfucking Mexican dish. I don't know what my go-to is, but you know what I've been thinking about lately? These Sunday mornings, we're doing these Sunday subs. We could use some menudo, Teresa. We could use a big fucking bowl of menudo.
You know what I had yesterday?
What'd you have?
Menudo. 2 pounds of carnitas.
Oh, man.
That's my
go-to.
Carnitas is like my favorite thing because not only is it's so delicious and tender and so fried. But it's not fried. It's like roasted or
stewed.
And but the reason I love it so much is because not only is it delicious, but it reminds me of like when we were kids. If it was like a special Sunday that we're gonna get the whole family together, it's always menudo and carnitas. We get those carnitas tacos.
Oh,
and
so
like,
good, man.
And like so, the carnitas is great, but then like our aunts would like hand make tortillas
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
So like you had those like just
They're hot.
absolutely
They came right out.
of
Yep.
the thing, and then you're having the carnitas with it. Oh man, like it brings back those memories.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
even
good
though
times,
it's me hungover sitting in my island by myself.
At 14 years old.
Yeah, crushing
I
these
think you
things.
meant
Yeah,
yesterday, but yes. But also yes.
15 was more. At 14, I didn't get hungover.
Balls.
I didn't get hungover. 15 is when the hangover started.
MSS, got anything to add?
Oh, hell yes.
Let's go.
My Mexican dish is a burrito, steak burrito dinner. I love steak burritos. Those are probably my go-to staple every time that I go somewhere that I want to eat a lot. Now, since I've become my slim summer, I don't eat as many steak burritos, so they're even more special. But that was definitely my go-to, especially, I don't know if you guys know, but I used to live out west, and that was my Sunday meal after bouncing and getting like $60 for working 3 hours to go up and buy a nice steak burrito.
Love it.
And then whatever movies were $2 at Walmart.
I think this was prompted by Lil Yupper and I getting into a Twitter fight with some guy saying that they didn't like guacamole. Guacamole's
How the fuck do you not like guacamole?
Exactly. That's why we were
So I'm not even like, if you know me, I'll just eat tortilla chips just fucking plain.
Yeah, sure.
But like,
Neat. You like them neat.
I do like them neat. I'll just eat a whole fucking bag of them. The green ones.
Mhm.
So
And the rancheros. The rancheros.
the green bag.
The green bag. You need the green
It's like
bag.
green chips. I see blue.
You know
Never
it.
seen the green.
The green bag. Yeah.
But like guacamole, pico de gallo, like those. If those are on the table, I'm probably dipping it.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
a
God,
little
so
taste.
good.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
good.
Pico de gallo. Oh, God.
And that's vegetables.
See, now I'm starving. Now we got off.
You know when it gets even worse?
Yeah.
So I decided the other day. Remember, Grandma used to make the tacos where she fucking deep
fried them. Yeah, I remember that shit.
I air fried some.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Not as good.
You
Not as
need
good.
the lard.
Yeah.
The lard is the lard.
The chicken tacos where she would do it up
The lard
there
to
and
get off
fry
the
them
shelf,
motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not even like,
No, it's not refrigerated.
Yeah.
No. That's just
Off the
sitting there.
shelf
Yeah,
lard, yeah.
absolutely right. That's how a couple times I've made carnitas, I make it with the real lard. You got to. You can't.
man.
You
have
can't fuck around. You
You
got
gotta
to
shit
put
your
real lard.
pants right after that.
Good
Oh,
for
man,
you, man.
I feel great.
All right. The next question is from Mailman Jack. Mailman Jack says, "What's the most embarrassing thing that one of your parents did to you?" And I'm gonna be honest with you, Treasy.
Damn.
I don't remember a lot of embarrassing things from my parents. My dad would get drunk as fuck sometimes, but in them days, all the dads were drunk as fuck all the
Yeah.
time. So it wasn't like a single thing. I remember Mom cracked me across the face one time when we were out somewhere, Little League, or whatever the
You
fuck.
probably deserved it.
But yeah, it's not that embarrassing. I probably said some shit, and it was probably my fault. My parents didn't really embarrass us.
We probably embarrassed them.
Yeah.
Exactly. They never do anything.
Like, and that's the thing. You got to think about our parents were fucking awesome. And I feel like your parents are awesome too.
Yeah.
So like I can't even imagine really.
My mom, not so much as my dad. But my dad for sure.
Mom shade right there. How about you?
She said the same thing to me. No, I can't think of. I really can't think of anything. My dad was always down to like get drunk with everybody.
Yeah.
He was always down to like take us all out to the bar and buy us all, dinner and everything when we were in college.
Yeah.
I remember my dad driving home from my grandma's, and he was out in Ohio, and stopping in DeKalb and having smoked a pipe in the car, and he ashed the pipe out on the passenger seat, and he's like, "Oh, don't tell your mother that I did that." And so I can't think of anything that my dad has done that has embarrassed me.
I can
My
tell you.
mom, not even that either. Like she did one time, she tried to embarrass me. She caught me smoking in my car and pulled me over, and like my buddy had like ashed out the cigarette or whatever, and then she comes up to the car and was like, give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Give me a kiss. And I was like, you know what the fuck you're doing? And then later to find out that my mom was smoking in the basement all these years. It was like, she was just trying to like stop.
Bond.
me
It was
from smoking.
bonding.
Yeah. Well, and then we smoked together a lot for many, many years. So it was great. But yeah, no, I can't think of anything either.
I feel like we're disappointing, Jack. So I'm going to give you a story of when I embarrassed my mom in public. One time we're just going down to the store, and we're going to Joe and Richard's on the corner.
Yeah.
Like it's 2 blocks away from
on
Mama's
Racine.
Road.
Yeah.
And she's like, I was like 7 or 8 years old. She's like, do you need to go to the bathroom before we go? I was like, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom. Guess what I did in the store? I pissed my pants. Wearing white sweatpants.
That's the best.
That's the best. piss
Never
off.
wear white sweatpants. Never wear white pants to a strip club either. You don't want
You
to
know
know.
what it is, Treasy?
You
You're out
don't
in the
wanna
hot, and then you get in the little store. It's cold in there,
Cold
man.
there.
Piss started flowing. nothing you can do about it,
It still happens at Sox games.
All right, next question is from Huck, and Huck asks, why did the Grump security guard take a pic with you during the class picture? And did he yell at anyone for flipping people off about the way? Okay, so this is a funny story. From Friday night, the security guy comes down there. He's there for a little bit.
He's the rent-a-cop security.
He's the guy who thinks he's a real police officer, but he's doing security on the most docile section in any stadium ever, Section 108.
I've noticed no one their best man
does anything, right? We're just chilling. I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, I can't fucking place him. So I run up, and Luke sits at like 3 rows behind us. I'm like, Luke, what's up? Is this the dude that want to take a picture with you? And he's looking at me, goes, nah, that's not him, Beef. He goes, but it's someone familiar, So nothing. 2 innings later, he comes down. He's like, Beef, I figured out who it is. He goes, that's the guy that threatened Huck to throw him out of the stadium for flipping people off during the wave. Yeah. And I remember Huck got indignant with this guy. I'm thinking, yeah, this jerk off was like mad that we were flipping middle fingers at each other, not at him. At each other.
Yeah. No, Huck just said, fuck the Twins or fuck something. Yeah, he did whatever. And the guy's like, there's kids around here. If you do that again, you're gone. This is your one warning. And like literally, we have said fuck 17,000 times before he said it. So I don't even know.
No shit against this guy. I went down to take the last picture. I take it. I turned it on. I said, you want to take this picture with me? And like at first you could tell he wanted to.
Yeah.
But then the inner cop in him said, I am not allowed to take pictures.
Yeah, I saw him saying, I can't do that.
I can't do that.
And I was like, all the guys do it already.
No,
everyone's doing it, dude.
Huck definitely said this is the guy that failed out of cop school, and this is his cop job. Which is potentially right because I've snuck so many bottles of booze in next to that guy.
So anyway, no real shade at that guy. I mean, Huck deserves to get motherfucked sometimes, so I was happy to see that happen.
Yeah.
And no one's obligated to take a picture of me.
I don't think he does. Thank you for your service.
Next question is from Soxwood. Soxwood says, what do you think it would take to motivate Billy Wires and Senior Sox to attend a White Sox game? I mean, here's the thing.
I know what it is.
Go for it.
We all know what it is. Violet Myers.
No,
Violet Myers in Illinois.
For that Senior Sox, maybe.
That's maybe. But I think our guy, Uncle Grumpy, knows the answer to this. And it's Sarah J. Sunday.
Oh, okay. Sarah J. Sunday.
Sarah J. Sunday.
I used to know Sarah back in the day. I need to look up Sarah.
You know what, MSS? I was actually thinking about this. I think we need to see how much it costs to get Sarah J. to do a Sunday soak with us.
That was close.
I said a beer.
Yeah, I think it might be a little out of the budget, but we can borrow some money if we need to.
Well, once our festival gets off the ground, we'll have a lot of money.
I look at this as like we could probably sell beer really good for people.
Yeah, we sure do.
We sell good beer for good sound. We could probably sell a lot of OnlyFans sites and pornography to our members too. We can definitely be like, hey, let's work out a reciprocal deal here. You come and just hang out with us for a game, so we can get our 2 friends out there because they want to look at the tits. And then
Yes, Mr. Hand, fuck you. That's correct. Go through the main door.
Oh.
I agree.
Right?
That would be a great angle. But the thing is, that's not the angle for Billy. I got an idea though for Billy.
We get Sodfather that comes up there and tell him how to treat
you make Billy the 1-day replacement for the Sodfather. Sodfather fantasy camp for Billy. He would come to the ball because that motherfucker loves taking care of the lawn. Biggest lawn you've ever taken care of, William. You would get in there, get your hands in there, and everything.
I'm gonna say something though.
Biggest lawn you've ever taken.
It's Billy and
Rick and Juan.
It's Billy and Senior Sox.
Yeah.
So if you make that the thing, it's a little racist.
No, I meant separate deal.
No. Oh no, he's there for the titties.
Look, Senior Sox would show up to a grungy McDonald's to meet me and eat McRibs. 100%.
Yes.
He doesn't care about the Sox that much. I mean, he likes the Sox, but it's more about some of these other experiences, like Violet Myers. He would be into that,
Is there ice in there still?
Yeah,
there sure is. All right. The next question is from Eric. And Eric asks, I'm going to Hawaii for a week. Give me any reason that I should follow the White Sox while I'm in Hawaii. Treasy, you want to start?
You're going in a week?
Yeah.
So it'll be right after they sweep the Astros.
That's right.
So there's your reason.
I was going to say Dylan Cease is a reason. Yeah. His starts are no better. But otherwise, just enjoy Hawaii. Check in on the score whenever you can. Don't sweat the team too hard. Yeah. When you come back, it'll be there for you. Now, this is the advice I give you after. In 2012, my wife and I went on our 10th anniversary trip. We went out to Vegas for a little bit, Napa Valley. The Sox were in first place when we left. And when we came back, the Sox were like 3 games back. They shit their pants. They went 1-6 while we were on the trip. We were gone for 8 days. So maybe keep an eye on them because maybe they need you. Maybe they need you to be focused in on shit.
Nah, just put the alert on your phone.
Let's get the scores. Oh,
shit.
Next question is from Shane Spagnola. And Shane asked,
Mr. Hand.
You ruined your shot. Mr. Hand ruined your shot right there. That's what you blame.
Hey, oh!
Shane Spagnola asked, who's the bigger disappointment on giving up on the team? Is it MSS, TLR, or the players? Treasy.
It's tough. It's tough. But it's MSS.
Yeah, it's without a doubt MSS. There's no question about it. This team needs you.
If I could have done it yesterday, I would have done it.
You fell asleep in the dugout. I
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to.
We needed people, all right? We needed
They're
people
leaving?
there. Yeah,
they're leaving us already?
Dr. Feelgood feels you're fine. You give an exam from distance, he knows you're okay.
How long have we been on? Like an hour? Almost an hour.
Almost an hour. We got a show. Long one. One of our longest months.
Moving it.
But yeah, so huge disappointment. This team needs you. And not to mention, we had a lot of celebrities out there in the section, and then at Quirk, you weren't there, and Mr. Hand wasn't there. If anybody wasn't there, we didn't have the crew there.
If I'm there, they're going to talk to me and not talk to you. So
that's great. That's perfect for us. Yeah. People don't like us. No one likes us.
Sailor Hemi would not talk to anybody except for me unless I was there. Well, probably Mr. The two of us, she would not talk to either one of you two. Any of you. So, like, just be happy we weren't there so you guys could experience and bask in the love of Layla.
Are you done?
Great.
Okay. Brian S. asks, then you find it funny that he goes, Brian S. says, did you find it funny that MSS didn't show up the night that Jack Horner and all of his actors came through to hang out in the 108? I did find that funny. That's what I'm saying. You know what? That's the old joke where if you didn't go out, it was the best night ever.
Of course.
That's simple.
But that is literally my penance to you guys. When I don't show up, it's going to be a great night. You know that's how it's going to happen. And you have to let everybody know that it was the best night ever if I wasn't there. Because you know that.
I tweeted that.
Because it gets me just a little bit. You're like, it gets me.
It does get you.
You're fucking with me, and I appreciate that.
That's the old David Tell joke, right? He's like, as soon as you go home, before your friends do, you know that the next morning you're going to get a text that's going to say, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
The Spice Girls showed up and they fucked everyone, even the guy in the Babylon 5 shirt.
Yeah. And that's what I do for you guys. I don't show up so you guys can have a great night out of court, even though I was there the night before, but I had to fucking deal with Wally. So,
it burns his ass more than ours. We don't care.
I don't really care. I don't care. I've had enough fun. In my life. I'm okay.
You used to live on the West Coast.
Just live on the West Coast.
All right, the next question is from Matt Ramsey. Matt Ramsey asks, what kind of training can MSS be put through to avoid any future stints on the alcohol-related
First off, here's the deal. I knew going into that night, I was fucked. I was fucked, and here's the problem. I was totally fucked. I knew I was fucked because I brought too many alcohols with me. I shouldn't have done that.
You had the wobbles early on.
Like after the fact, I should not have done that. It was. I knew I was fucked. I didn't know how fucked I was until the next morning, or about 3:00 in the morning when I was puking on a blanket in my downstairs living room.
Bro, you were in big "I love you, man" status, right?
I was.
We had a big long hug at the end of Cascade.
Yep.
If my daughter was not there cock blocking me, I could have banged you, bro. No question about it.
I don't think there's training needed. I think that we need to continue to shame you for this night.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you'll remember it the next time, like someone's like, "Hey, it's 2 a.m. You want to do a shot?" And you're like, "You know what? I probably shouldn't do that because everyone's going to talk shit to me on the internet for a week. I don't even care." It doesn't bother me. And like people were like, "Hey, why didn't you check in on Twitter yesterday? Whatever." Because I was fucking sleeping. I slept till fucking 6:00 in the afternoon. And if you guys know me, if I have free time, my wife and kids were gone. They went to a barbecue.
You'd be doing something, baby.
I would be putting stuff on eBay. I would be doing anything. So
not write a blog.
No, definitely not writing a blog. But like, and if I miss a fucking bobblehead game, there was something wrong with me. Because that's my thing. And I'm like, I am trying as hard as I can to get to this bobblehead game. And then I woke up at 4:00 and I puked and I was like, I cannot make it to this bobblehead game. And Wally's like, I got you.
Treasy, this is our gift to the younger people that watch the Sunday Soap. It's sort of the group that is like, let live be, like do whatever you want to do. But we're old school. And the way we got our friends out of stuff, is to be intimidated and shamed.
Yep.
And that's what we're trying to do to him. That's all we got.
It is amateur hour. I apologize.
We got Slim
I
Mick.
shouldn't have done like that. But I drink like 17 drinks.
All right, it's not about you anymore. We got Slim Mick to stop stuttering by intimidating and making fun of him. That's the only way you do it. You got to shame people out of stuff.
He's still
That's the way to go. But less than he used to. You know, like he used to stutter a
It's
lot.
better. He's at like Joe Biden level.
we clobbered him, and then he got better. Like this is how you do your friends. All right, next question is from Sockside Pride, and Sockside Pride asks if the one-liners were characters.
Sockside Pride.
Calm down.
If the one-liners were characters from Cheers, who would be each character, and why would Beef be Sam Malone? Man, I didn't realize I was dancing with Sam Malone.
You
step up for me.
No. I think. Let me convince you.
Okay.
They both have fake hair.
I just don't think he's as
You almost made
social
me spit
enough
up my
to be Sam
second
Malone.
part.
I don't think he has the social game to be Sam Malone.
Okay.
I'm a former athlete, though.
But you're not. But you're still not social enough. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm good with you being Sam Malone.
Yeah. Jacob wants to be Sam Malone.
Jacob.
Luke is
Not MSS. MSS don't want to be Sam Malone.
Luke is Norm.
No, I wouldn't be Sam Malone.
Luke
I'm
is
like
Norm.
Tony Harrell.
Because when Luke shows up to the section,
Everyone yells, Luke!
it's like Norm
Yeah.
shows up.
Yeah.
MSS is Woody
Yeah,
or
I'm
Coach.
Woody.
Yeah. Either one.
Yeah, he's the comic relief.
He's a great guy. You want to see him all the time.
Yeah.
The dumb one.
Possibly insane.
Yeah. I would say dumb.
No, because Coach wasn't dumb. Coach had just lost his mind.
I never really liked it.
Coach was witty. Like, whatever.
Does Cheers hold up?
And I'm
I haven't watched it
probably
in a while, but it was great when it was on.
I'm either Diane or Rebecca because I'm the most fuckable. But actually,
Fraser Crane, I think. Mr.
I'm actually probably Cliff Clavin because I think I know a lot of stuff that I don't.
Who's the little DeVito? Who's the little DeVito?
Carla.
Rhea Perlman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Wally. That's Wally. He's coming.
That's no. What's her husband?
Jack's gonna be close. I saw that. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure.
No.
Just because he's a mailman in real life doesn't mean he gets to play the mailman. Fuck that. All right.
Another funny story. One of my dad's close friend in high school used to live in Cliff's house out in California. He bought Cliff's the mailman's house from Cheers.
Really?
Yeah.
Cliff Clavin, Star Wars actor.
Look it up. Read a comment. All right, and the last question. We're gonna close it out with Billy Weyer's question. He said, "If Steve Stone was molded, boxed, and put on the shelf as an action figure, what would he be wearing?
Ooh.
And what accessories would a plastic Steve Stone have with him?"
Tennis racket. 100% tennis racket.
So short shorts.
Tennis racket and
Just a towel. Just say
What
just a
about
towel.
Nair?
Little
Little
shorts.
Nair? No.
A little what?
Little Nair.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Nair.
Nair. Get the hair off his ass.
No. He's a sexy beast. He's got the hair all over. He's not ashamed.
You're
Yeah,
doing,
on
you're
his
doing
asshole.
well, I see what he's doing. He's doing like early 80s Stone. I was
Yeah.
more thinking like today's Stone. He'd have like a
Today's
briefcase
Stoney?
and it would have like Viagra and all the important drugs
Oh, I don't
for
think
every
that.
day. You know?
No.
These are saying he's virile. These are saying he's virile, man.
Briefcase and a bunch of like betting slips from Caesars. That's what I think.
100%. Yeah, a bunch of from the betting on horses.
He can bet on sports, right?
Yeah,
He
why
does
would I
sports.
be able to?
Well, I just don't know. He works for Major League
The only time
He works for PointsBet too because they talk about it all the time.
the only time I've seen Steve Stone in the wild was back when a stretch run was in River North, and it was like a betting parlor for
You
horses.
see Lupinella up there.
I did see Lou.
Well, betting horses though is different than betting.
No, of course.
sports.
But I was right behind him. We were both putting bets in for the Kentucky Derby, and I froze up. I was starstruck by Steve Stone. He's not as starstruck as I was when I saw Steve Baskerville at a wedding. But so Steve Baskerville here, Stoney right here. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
That makes sense.
I don't even know who Steve Baskerville is.
It doesn't
No
matter.
idea.
You're not from here.
I'm not.
That's it. That's our show. Thanks, everyone. Let's go get that sweep. It's sweep season. Fuck these Tigers. Let's get 3 wins. We'll see you at the ballpark in a little bit. Nice job.